Hi, this is Kevin Stewart Builds 250. I'm Kev, and this is another instalment of Build the Ghostbusters Ecto-1 by Eagle Moss and HeroCollector, and this one is stage 39 of issue 12. So yes, I got issue 12 subscribers pack through the other day, and the 4 stages in that are 39, 40, 41 and 42. And to celebrate, because I haven't had a delivery in a wee while, I thought I'd deck myself out in all the free Eagle Moss stuff. So I got the t-shirt on that I got. I just had a cup of tea with a free mug. I'm not wearing the hat though, because the hat's nasty. And I know that some people are getting these deliveries kind of random, and I am too, to be honest with you. Sometimes it's 3 weeks, sometimes it's 4, sometimes 5 weeks before a delivery. So I know people are getting them at different times. Some people are racing ahead. I know you can subscribe to these and reduce your deliveries down from monthly to weekly to 2 weekly. I'm supposedly on the monthly deliveries, but yeah, it is pretty random at the moment. But yeah, so got issue 39, so I'm going to be looking at that now. This issue 12 subscribers pack just seems like it's a lot of dashboard parts, a lot of the interior. We seem to be finished almost with the chassis and the engine, and we're kind of moving on now to the interior of the car, so could be some electrics coming up, and yeah, hopefully the electrics is going to be exciting. You get to see the lights, the dashboard, and not frustrating like it kind of was with the DeLorean, where we had wires that were labelled incorrectly. Some of the soldering wasn't that good. I had a look on, I think it was the last stage, and the soldering and the heat shrink looks a bit better quality on this than we had on the DeLorean. So hopefully it's going to go together a bit easier, and it's going to work, because it adds something to the model, and it really brings it to life when you've got all the lights and whistles and bells working. Having said that though, I haven't really had the DeLorean on that much. Spent a lot of money on the mods and things like that, and it looks fantastic when it's on. That flux capacitor actually working, because the one we got from Eagle Moss, once again, the original flux capacitor in the DeLorean was just nasty. So I've got the Model Mods one, which is fantastic, absolutely top class work, and it looks stunning. You don't have it switched on too often. But when you do, yeah, it does. It definitely sets the model off. So hopefully we're going to have some more kind of stunning electrics with this model as well. So yeah, so we're going to be getting into stage 39 in a minute. But before we do that, I'd like to say a massive thank you to everybody who's subscribed to the channel and everybody who kind of watches these videos. I'm above 120 subscribers now, I think. So it's absolutely fantastic. Thank you very much to everyone. It means a massive amount to me. But we've only got really the Ecto going on this channel at the moment. Some of that's my fault, especially with the Spitfire, where I've had to resubscribe because I missed the part where it said to get the free gifts, the plaque, which I really want the plaque at the end of that build. I missed the part where it said you had to subscribe from issues 1, 2, 3 or 4 to get the free gifts, so I had to resubscribe to that to make sure I was going to get those free gifts. So I'm just waiting to catch up. Just had a subscribers pack through for the Spitfire, so that was issues 7, 8, 9 and 10, but I'm still not caught up because I'm actually on to issue 13 on the Spitfire. So in the next subscribers pack, hopefully will be in about a month, I'll be catching up, because that'll be 11, 12, 13, 14. I'm waiting on 14, so I'll be able to start that build again. But that won't be till the next subscribers pack comes through. And on the Ferrari F40, which is a build that I'm absolutely loving, really can't wait to get back into the F40 build. It's just the detail and the parts are just brilliant. So yeah, I'm really enthused for that build. But that isn't kicking off again, I think, until the end of this month. But we were promised the end of July, I think. So hopefully, fingers crossed, that's going to be kicking off again, because that really is my favourite build. No, I mean, I'm enjoying the Ecto because it's a monster build and it's going to look impressive when it's done. It's just, the Ferrari is really, yeah, that's the one I'm really, I just look at that and I'm just like, can't wait to get started on the Ferrari. But the Ecto's good, as I say, and we're getting there. And you can really see that starting to come to life now. And having said that, let's get into the build then for the Ecto. So let's have a look at the parts. Let's check them off with the inventory as I always do. and then let's get into the build for stage 39. Okay, so parts laid out here for stage 39. Yeah, it's just more dashboard parts really. We've got glove box cover. We've got these really nice kind of control panels. I think one's says for the ventilation and one for the heating, but they are really small, so I'm going to be using this because my eyesight ain't that good. So yeah, we're going to be looking at making sure I get the right one the right way around. But yeah, nicely detailed, definitely. So as I say, I'm going to have to keep an eye on which one goes where. But not many parts, but yeah, they're going to be going onto the dashboard, I'm sure, and going to be helping that kind of come alive. So yeah, the parts. Now we're going to get into the build for stage 39. Okay, so bringing over the part from stage 38, which is the dashboard part, obviously, with the brake pedal fitted. Oh yeah, I've gone for a blue matte. I don't know if this is going to make a difference, but I've noticed on a few of the videos that I've done that the kind of green matte, especially when you've got red or some other kind of strong colour, it's not really working as well. And I've looked at a few other people doing these type of videos, and the blue seems to work a bit better on camera. So I'm going to give this a try, see what it looks like. Obviously I'll see what it's like in the edit, but hopefully it's going to work anyway, and going to be a bit more easy to watch with the blue, especially on things like the black parts as well. But we'll wait and see what it looks like. Hopefully it'll be good, otherwise I've wasted a few pounds. But well, we'll wait and see. If it works, I'll get a big one, because I've only got a green. I've got a green big mat, obviously, you can see. So I shall wait and see how this works on camera anyway. Anyway, I'm waffling on. So into the build for 39, for stage 39. First thing it's saying is we've got to fit this kind of glove box, which is quite nice. It's got a handle for opening and closing the glove box, and it kind of is just popping through this way. The pins obviously are going to be going into, there's two areas where the pins are going to be going into, just there, and that's going to hopefully just drop in straight away, hopefully. Yeah, and obviously them things are going to restrict how far the glove box can open, and then we've got kind of a bracket that's going to go on and hold everything in and be secured with 4 BP screws. When I put this down, I'm being very aware that I don't want this brake pedal operating this switch too often. So I just want that like that, so it's not putting pressure on that switch when you put this down. And then, yeah, 4 BP screws, just going to secure this bracket, which is going to secure the glove box in place. BP screws, yeah, I'm actually really glad to be putting plastic screws in rather than having to worry about the metal screws that we had the problems with, or some people had the problems with. I did definitely, of going in. So I started using oil and backing it in and then backing it off a bit and all that kind of stuff. So these screws obviously going into plastic, going in a lot easier. Okay, yeah, so the glove box, it does close quite nicely. So, yeah, this side's a little bit proud. Just have a look if I've put that in right. Yeah, I think it does. Mine's just sitting a little bit proud, but it's not the end of the world. It's going to look okay. Okay, so yeah, the glove box fitted. And now we're moving on to the control panels. So we've got this part here, ventilation control, which is the control panel mount, and then we got these two parts, one for ventilation and one for heating. I think it says difficult to oh, we got an L and an R, so one's got an L on it and one's got an R, so one's left, one's right. Obviously doesn't tell you that in the instructions, to be fair. It just says one says ventilation and one's for the heating. It does say that the goes to the left hand side of the steering column. So here we have the steering column, semicircular parts of the steering column, and to the left hand side I'm going to put the left one in there with the slider that way. Just show that. Just push in. And the same with the right hand one, and slide it towards the centre of the steering column. So that's quite handy having that L and that R on the back. One's left, one's right. Don't think they're going to fall out. You don't need to glue them. Oh, I'm just looking now. Actually, get my magnifying glass. Sorry, my eyesight's terrible. But that is really, really small writing. But it does say on that one, ventilation on the left hand one, and the other one, heater. So one's got heater and that one's got ventilation, so there is, yeah, this is handy actually. Magnifying glass, I'm sure it's not only my eyes, but I really can't see that. It's really tiny writing. One does say heater and the other one does say ventilation, and it's the right way round that it says there. Left hand side one, ventilation, and that one heater. Okay, and that's what that looks like. Quite nice. Quite nice detail that. Okay, and assembling the steering column cover. So just turning this over. We've got the steering column cover, it calls it. Okay, so that way around. Yeah, that way around. And the steering column cover, I guess. It's going on like that. So the steering column cover is just going to match up with that part. One like that. And then 2 IP screws. Yeah, it doesn't say to glue those control panel things in. So, but you definitely don't want them falling out once it's in the actual car. So maybe a spot of super glue wouldn't go amiss. I'm not doing that at the moment. Okay, so that's the IP screws in. And then we're just going to be fitting that onto the dashboard. So we're bringing that over again. And just looking at how it's going to be going in. Okay. So we go that way around with that wire going that way. And that's going to be going in that way. Yeah. Okay. So that's kind of, yeah. That's it. So it's kind of, it's got those mounts there, cutaways. They're just going to go into that way, and then obviously the screw holes are there for 2 more IP screws. Trying to avoid putting pressure on that brake pedal again. Oh, there we go. I was trying to fell an inch, and then obviously I am going to glue those in actually. I don't think it caused you a massive problem if they fell out. It's not as if you can't glue them in at some point, but yeah, having said that, yeah, I will glue those ones. I will glue them in. Do that off camera though. And that's it for stage 39, just the glove box, the control column, that steering column area, and the ventilator and the heater controls. Yeah. Okay, so stage 39 done there. Not a great deal to that, it's just putting that glove box on, and then the control column mount with the two control panels, one for the ventilator, one for the heater, and yeah, identifying which one was which with my eyesight was probably the hardest thing, until I noticed on the back they had an L and an R, which doesn't mention in the instructions, but yeah, it made that a lot easier. But looking at them under the magnifying glass, you can actually see it does have that printed on it, ventilator and heater, but there was no way of seeing that with my eyes without the magnifying glass. But yes, stage 39 done. So yeah, we're going to be getting the next few stages, 41, 40, 41, 42, getting those built hopefully in the next few days, getting them on the channel. So yeah, if you like, keep an eye out for them. But as I said at the start, thank you very much for watching, really do appreciate it, and obviously all the subscribers that I've got at the moment. So yeah, so a massive thank you to you all. And if you haven't subscribed already and you'd like to see a progression of these models, well, at the moment I'm only doing the Ecto, but hopefully, fingers crossed, in the next few months, especially with the Ferrari, going to be getting that up and running again. And then the Spitfire, obviously, hopefully in about 4 weeks again. Then hopefully there'll be a bit more to watch. But hopefully you're enjoying the Ecto. And if you are, please consider subscribing. Don't forget to click the bell if you'd like to be notified anytime that a video goes live. But once again, thank you very much for watching. Hope to catch you again on the channel soon. Take care and ta-da for now.